All right, y'all. I wanted to do this video. Well, I kind of sort of had to do this video. We have just had a massive rain, come through. So the river was actually it was blowed out by the first rain we had. Then about 4 days later, we just had a massive flood come through, and so our river's up. Well, right now the river's up. I think it crested about probably 15 feet above summer pool, which it was at winter pool, which is the difference between winter pool and summer pool is about 5 to 6 feet. So it's about 15 feet above summer pool right now. So it's going to be a minute before we get a chance to get back out there and chase fish on the river, because it's pretty bad. I drove over the bridge today. I should have got some pictures of it, or at least some footage of it, but it's bad. But anyway, so what I've done is I try to keep some of the footage that I filmed that doesn't quite make a video for one reason or another, just because of maybe fish catches or stuff that happened or shortened day or things like that. But but there's some videos or some footage, like one you're getting ready to see, was kind of it's kind of something that, I mean, honestly, I don't like to put that stuff out, because it's the situation at hand was kind of like, I mean, you could hear it my voice in the beginning of this. I'm actually editing it now, but I knew I didn't have an intro or an outro to it, so that's why I'm doing this. But it was one of them, as they say, Murphy kind of days, man. If something could go wrong, it absolutely went wrong. And the frustration and I dare say anger that comes from stuff like that is something that could just kind of put you in a foul mood, and you just kind of really don't really, I guess, try to focus, or you don't think of things a lot or in a straight manner, I will say. But this was one of them days. I mean, I had a pretty tough day. I started off with a pretty tough day. I had a hard time catching bait, and as you'll see, I kind of went through some of that stuff. But at the most part, the reason why I wanted to go ahead and edit this video and put it out is, even on your worst days, you still got to keep your head up. You still got to look forward. You still got to try to find the positive of your fishing trip or your day, or any scenario or situation you may find yourself in. But I'll wrap this up whenever we get to the end of this video. Well, very limited bait today. I destroyed my tape net. And so I had to use my regular nets. And when these shatter at 25, 30 feet down, them regular nets don't work. So I got 3 shad, so that's why I've only got 4 rods out. We're posted up in front of this hole. I did see some fish in it. That don't mean absolutely nothing. It's just, y'all, I've been trying to catch bait all stinking morning. I got out here at 7 o'clock. It is now 11:30. So I said, I've got to go fishing. So here we are. We're gonna get some lines wet. It has been a rough morning, to say the least. Hopefully we can get something. These last 2 days have been tough. Bait was pretty easy, but that was before I trashed my tape net this morning. But bait's been pretty easy the last couple of days, outside of freezing when I try to catch it, because it's obviously cold. And then then we get here. I just don't know how to process it, y'all, to be honest with you. It was oh, and I tried to catch them to top all that off. I tried to find some skipjack which I haven't been able to find some skipjack here in a minute since the shad have pushed deep without going, you know, without going to the steam plant and stuff like that. But I mean, I can find it, just not on the main river. That's why when that happens, I swap over to shad and usually do pretty good. But so I tried to I tried to find some skipjack. Well, somehow, some way, I may have stepped on it, something. I'm not 100% sure, but my my skipjack rod was broke. So there went that idea. So again, I'm still processing the day. Oh man, but if it wasn't for times like these, man, you just wouldn't have nothing to appreciate, you know, when you have a good day. So I'm gonna only put 4 rods out because I've only got 3 shad, so that I can bait everything once, and I'll have a couple rebaits if I have to have them. I've done burned up most of the day anyway, so instead of continuing to get frustrated because I could see all them glorious gizzard shad at about that 25 to 30 feet mark. I just could not get to them. Not before the net closed up or whatever was going, or before they swam away, I guess would be the other thing. But I think the biggest thing I was running into is the net was closing up by the time it got down there. So I'd have an 8-foot spread when they hit the water, but by the time it got down to where they were, I probably had a 1-foot spread. Kind of hard to catch them like that. So anyway, this is a deep hole. Like I said, I scanned it, I come across it, I seen some fish at the bottom of it. I didn't see no big fish at the bottom of it, but I did see fish. So I'm hoping with all of the issues for the last 4 hours I've been dealing with, that the good Lord will see fit to hand me to give me a fish. At this point, I don't really care what size. Well, one of y'all take it. Getting bites on 2 rods. I just wish they'd grab it and go. Be done with all this theatrics. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah. Yeah, he got me tangled up. You dog. He was pulling drag a little bit. Not a bad fish. I just hope this old barge gets things figured out before he gets by me. I think it was a little excessive what he just did, but whatever. Come on up here, buddy. Definitely the biggest thing I've hooked to in 3 days. Yeah, he done got me wrapped up in that line. Yeah, well, I take that back. He's the second biggest that I've hooked into in the last 3 days. Come on over here, buddy. Man, I appreciate that. Sure puts a better feeling on this day for sure. Oh yeah, look at the God, look at how fat this dude is. God dog. Look at how fat this dude is. Hang on, buddy. Y'all, look at this thing. Holy cow. Look at how fat that guy is. My Lord. He is heavy. This one, I need to get a picture of this one. All right, come on, buddy. One more look. God, just look at the belly on him. I mean, you can see just a fat sow. Look at that barge go by. I mean, he is heavy. He's like, this fish is, I mean, he is every bit probably 25 pounds, almost 28 pounds, just because of that gut. All right, buddy, I appreciate it. Thank you. God dog. Man, that was a fat thing. I'll have to rehook this head because, well, bait is very slim today. We'll see how far I can stretch 3 shad. Oh, it's pathetic. Oh well. Okay, there we go. Has it got me in something? It feels like it's got me in something. He's still on there. At least he was on there. Oop, oop. Where are we going? He's swimming. Yeah, he was swimming to me. Of course, he's not that big. Even if it is a fish, is it a fish? If it is, he's it. It is a fish. Look at that stinking little thing. My Lord, buddy. I need that head back. Itty bitty little thing. Oh, fish. There we go. I'm just fishing a little hole, y'all. It's just amazing how many fish are. Should have been doing this the whole time, but he's not a big one. But he is a fish. Just another just fat. I mean fat. Just fat. God, look at that belly. My Lord, buddy. Y'all are just enormous. All right, well, as you can see, it wasn't a fire day by no means. Well, of course, I really don't know. I got started late. I didn't have much bait. After that last fish, I ended up sitting there, and I kind of got dinked to death. So I lost, let's see, I lost a piece of bait due to a small fish that I didn't get in the boat. Got hung up again. I don't know what was down there. I seen a little bit of structure, but it didn't seem that bad. So I must have just been throwing it perfectly on it. Then you see, and I had that one fish actually pull me into it. Prior to that, of course, I broke that off. So you think about, I only had 3 shad trying to bait 4 rods. I actually ended up down with 2 rods because that's all the bait that I had. And I didn't try to move around or nothing like that, try to pick a different hole. Like I said, it was just one of them days you were just like, you know, you really wish you had it back to do it all over again, make different choices as far as more specifically where I threw the net, because that was the very first throw of the morning, you know, with my tape net that I needed, and I threw it right on a big stump or root ball or whatever you want to call it. So, but that was kind of the whole ball and wax of the day. It was kind of tough. But like I said, you know, in the beginning of this video, is that even with days like that, you know, you always got to kind of look forward. You know, by the time, I know I only caught a couple fish, but by the time it was over, I kind of forgot about the morning. You know, I kind of forgot about, you know, the issues that happened, you know, first thing that just kind of, it threw me off track. You know, yeah, I ain't gonna sit here and lie and say I didn't get mad. I got mad, you know. But like I said, at the end of the day, I had forgot about all that. And I think that's probably one of the bigger keys to all of us at the end of the day is we're gonna be you know, handed stuff to deal with. We're gonna be given stuff to deal with, and it's all about how we deal with it is how we come out at the end of it. So I think that's one of the more important messages that, you know, like especially that day, and hopefully this video puts out, is that we just got to kind of look at it take it all with a grain of salt. You know, we're still human. We're going to have human emotions and stuff like that happens. So, but like I said, I got out there and I ended up catching a good fish. You know, the good Lord said it was, you know, hey, let me catch you a break. So I'm thankful for that. But anyway, with all that being said, I appreciate you watching this one, and I'll catch you in the next one.